Hello, my name is George Myhall. This is my Office of Image Archaeology. Over the years, I've discovered some rare and exceptional items while searching hundreds of tables and digging through countless boxes, finding rare films or photographs or even ledgers and diaries, but I think that it is the films that excite me most. The following very rare film was discovered by my wife Evelyn, as it turns out, at the Antique Fair in Alameda, California recently. This film is a 1957 pilot for a series that was never produced. In the 1930s and early 1950s, a Tom Mix radio show produced by Ralston Purina did pretty well, and the producers of this pilot were banking on that success to convince a prospective studio to buy the pilot and produce a series based on this film called The Adventures of Tom Mix. I want to correct a couple things first, though. The salesman's pitch in this film claims that in 1905 Tom Mix rode with Teddy Roosevelt's Rough Riders. That is true, but he did not ride up San Juan Hill, as the film states, but merely rode with some Rough Riders in Roosevelt's inaugural parade as part of a group of 49 other horsemen. He was in the Army during the Spanish-American War, having enlisted in 1898, but never went out of the country, and in 1902 he was listed as AWOL, but never charged. Tom Mix was born in 1880, and he worked in the movies from 1909 to 1940, having acted in 291 films during that period, and died in a car wreck at 60 years old in Arizona, 1940. Now, as to the gentleman that plays the part of Tom Mix, this guy's name is William Campbell, and he was born in October of 1923, and he died in 2011. And aside from playing the part of Tom Mix in this film, and by the way, there are no credits in his IMDb for this effort, neither to the director or producers. As far as IMDb, there is no evidence this film ever existed. William Campbell is best known for his acting in The High and the Mighty, Dementia 13. He played in two 1960s Star Trek episodes, the original series. The first was he played a guy named Trelane in the episode The Squire of Gothos, and then he also played a Klingon named Koloth in and one of my favorite episodes was The Trouble with Tribbles. Campbell was also known for being the first actor to ever sing with Elvis Presley in a movie. That movie was Love Me Tender. Listen, if you like this film, if you like what I do here, please subscribe, like, hit that little dingy bell, and you'll catch the next episode of whatever it is I happen to be doing. And it's always something. So God bless, have a great day, and thank you for watching.
Tom Mix, the champion of all the West. His name was Mix, Tom Mix, his name was Mix.
Great men came out of the West. They lived and sometimes died by a code that demanded fearlessness and honor. Their names are engraved in the scroll of history as an inspiration to everyone. But none is greater, more respected than that of Tom Mix. Almost equally famous was his horse, Tony. But long before Tom became a great movie, stage, and circus star, he drove cattle up from Texas, fought with Teddy Roosevelt at San Juan Hill, served with the Texas Rangers, and was feared as the dispenser of frontier justice. This was Tom Mix, a born champion, loved and admired by two generations, who earned a place in the hearts of millions.
Tom Mix.
Get in there.
son. Barring a little headache, I feel fine.
What's your name?
Tom Mix. Thanks.
Didn't you see the faces of any of the men?
Nope. They were all wearing bandana masks, Sheriff. I wouldn't have known them anyway. I'm new in this part of the country. Seems like somebody would have recognized their horses, though.
We've inquired already. Weren't enough people around this early in the morning. Everything check out, Henry?
Yes, thanks to him. We sure are in debt to you, son. You planning on staying in this town?
Well, if I can find myself a job. Any of you know Andy Roberts?
Well, if anybody's able to put on help, he's your man.
A lot of folks have given up and moved away.
Yeah, I heard it was tough. Well, I'll try Mr. Roberts anyway. Thanks.
And good luck.
Thank you, man. Oh, those horses must know this gate is weak. That flame's smart enough to push this thing over and take all the rest of the horses along with it.
But you need us some new hinges, man.
Yeah, we need a new gate, we need a new barn. We need lots of things. And most of all, we need rain. Say, you knew about here, Mr.
Mix. Tom Mix. Looks like you could use a little help around here.
Oh, I got a lot of help. 4 big, strapping boys.
Good for you. I was on my way over to the Roberts Ranch, hoping he might have a job for me.
Oh, Andy Roberts is a fine man. You'll like him. Say, why don't you stay on to supper and meet the boys? Then you can get all acquainted, and maybe we can fix you up somewhere between us.
Well, thanks, man.
Hey, boys, we got a visitor.
It's him, all right.
Maybe he won't recognize us.
Why, just because we haven't got our bandanas on?
Play it dumb. Don't start anything in front of Mom.
Yeah, that's good. This is Tom Mix. He's been helping me get the horses back in the corral. I told you should have fixed that fence. This is Lloyd, my eldest.
Hi.
This is Ward. This is Dan. And this is Jeff. Say, whatever in the world did you do to your head?
Oh, I rode into a tree limb. I'm all right.
That's a pretty nasty cut. You better put something on it.
It certainly is. How on earth could you do such a thing?
Just passing by, Mix?
Oh, I heard Roberts might have some work for me.
Might be. Better get right over there.
Oh, no. Your mother invited me to supper.
Oh? Well, then I'll help you unsaddle.
Oh, thanks. I'll take care of it.
What do you think, Lloyd?
I think he knows who we are. I think he'll make a break for the sheriff.
We were fools to plan the bank job. I didn't like it from the first. How else were we going to get the money?
We had bad luck, that's all.
And up to now, it hasn't changed.
We try not to complain too much, but things have been pretty bad since Mr. Morgan passed away. Sometimes when the head of the house... Of course, the boys were growing up and didn't realize.
What Mom is trying to say is that things are rough, due mostly to the weather.
Years of it. Scorching heat all summer. Dry ground.
Winter's cold, stark, everything frozen.
No grass. No cattle to put on the grass if there was any grass.
Stop it, all of it. It sounds like a wake.
Well, isn't it?
No. We'll have cattle again.
And a new hay baler. And everything else we need. As long as nobody tries to stop us.
I don't understand, Ward. What do you mean by that? Who'd try to stop us?
Nobody, Mom. We're just talking, that's all.
I wonder who that can be. We don't often have visitors at night.
What do you intend to do, Mix?
Like I say, tried for a job.
Stop all this talk. You know we tried to crack that bank this morning.
Yes, I do. Wasn't hard to recognize you.
Why don't you go to the sheriff?
If I decide to go to the sheriff, I'll lay it on the line to you fellas. First.
Dan, it's Kathy. She came over to see you.
Well, not exactly, Mrs. Morgan. I came on an errand. Hello, boy. Anything wrong?
No, Kathy. Of course not.
Oh, I forgot. This is Tom Mix. This is Andy Roberts' daughter, Kathy.
Good to know you, ma'am.
Tom was just riding over to see your father and stopped long enough just to have dinner with us.
I've seen you someplace before.
Could be.
I know, it was Pendleton. The Saddle Bronc event. Yes, you caused quite a flurry.
I just got a little lucky.
You shouldn't be riding around the countryside alone at night, Kathy.
Well, it's perfectly safe, Dan. The reason I came by is that Dad would like you boys to come over in the morning and help him vaccinate some calves.
Oh, sure, Kathy, sure. We'll be over.
Well, why don't we all sit down?
No, I really can't, Mrs. Morgan. I've got to get back. You said you were going past our place. Would you like to ride with me?
I'll take you home, Kathy.
Danny and Kathy are engaged to be married. Perhaps you noticed something like that.
Well, Dan, there's really no reason why you should go if he's going that way anyway.
Now, Kathy.
She's right, Dan. You can see her in the morning. We'll be over, Kathy.
Thanks for a wonderful supper, Mrs. Morgan. I'll be talking to you boys again tonight.
I'll walk along with you. You better take a lantern. You'll want to saddle up.
Found your new hand over at Morgan's, huh?
Well, man I've been telling you about, Tom Mix.
Oh?
You don't put him to work, I'm going to pin a badge on him.
Well, howdy, Tom. Did you make it a habit of tackling a gang of bank robbers over yourself?
I'm just a little bit impulsive, Mr. Roberts.
Bank robber. What bank robber?
Some armed men tried to rob the bank today. Tom here broke it up.
Well, what happened? Did they get away?
Clean as a whistle. My posse's been searching high and low, but it's like the earth opened up and swallowed them.
You weren't able to identify them?
Now, they were wearing bandana masks.
The way I figure it, they're newcomers. Old-timers would have had a lookout post. They'd have seen Tom coming.
Guess that was pretty lucky, huh?
Do you... Good night.
Well, I'll have to go see how my posse's doing. Night, Andy.
Night, Sheriff.
Night, Tom.
Night, Sheriff.
Oh, come on, Tom. I'll show you to the bunkhouse.
Good. Come on, Tony. Come on.
He's good, Cabby. Attaboy, son, attaboy. Now, that's the best breaker we ever had. All right, that's enough. Take him off.
Gonna have a good horse there, Mr. Roberts.
Nice work, son. Say, have those Morgan boys showing up yet?
No, they haven't.
Isn't like them.
I'll take care of those calves for you, Mr. Roberts.
Well, thanks, son. I'll go get the vaccine.
Good.
Tom? Why didn't the Morgans show up this morning?
Well, they probably got delayed. They'll be here.
Look, I'm not as big a fool as you think I am. And you're a very bad liar.
I better take care of the calves, huh?
Tom? Are you going to talk?
Look, I don't know what you mean.
Maybe it's your duty.
Duty? Duty's a funny thing, Kathy. Who do you owe it to?
I just can't understand. You ought to be able to give me a reason. What do you want to quit for? You've only been here a half a day.
Guess I'm just not cut out for steady work, Mr. Roberts.
All right, I'll get your money. If
there's one thing I can't stand, it's a man that's always got to see what's on the other side of the mountain.
You're upset. Is anything wrong?
You give a man a job when there isn't any. You treat him right. What does he do? Stays a half a day.
Tom has quit?
Asked for his time 5 minutes ago. I don't understand that. He didn't even wait for his money.
I never thought you'd lose your nerve, Dan. Kathy's made you soft.
Leave Kathy out of it. Just that after last night I realized what had happened if she found out.
What about Ma? It would kill her if she knew the truth.
So stay home, both of you. Ward and I can handle this.
Sure, we can handle it. There's only one guard at the mine office.
Whoa. What do you want?
Oh, you boys, when I decide to go to the sheriff, I tell you first.
You're not telling anybody anything.
Drop it, Jeff. You too, Ward. Get away from that horse.
You came to get your cut, is that it?
You might call it that.
We haven't got any money, Mix.
I got that idea when you tried to hold up the bank.
What kind of a deal do you want?
I want to cut myself in. Make it 5 instead of 4. Work this ranch and put it back on its feet. I got a little money I wanted, Pendleton. Enough for seed. Good hay crop, we can buy some cattle. Start building a herd. Well, that's about the size of it.
What if we don't agree to this?
You're going to go into town with me. Tell the sheriff you tried to hold up the bank. I'll break your mother's heart. You might lose Kathy, Dad.
Well, just what do you get out of this?
A lot of home cooking, for one thing.
Maybe this idea is not as bad as it sounds, Jeff. The ground's ready to plow and...
What with? That rusty thing?
Oh, we can put some new mold boards on, and the oil will take care of that rust.
Supposing it doesn't rain.
Suppose it does.
I don't know what your angle is, but it don't stand to reason you'd spend any money on us.
Well, maybe I like to gamble against the odds.
Maybe we don't want any part of it.
The answer's no. And if you talk, we'll get you if it's the last thing we do.
He won't talk.
Get back there, Dan. I want an answer, gents.
Ma's coming.
I want an answer.
We better play along, Jeff.
He's right. We don't have much choice.
This ain't on the level, Mix.
It isn't, you'll know soon enough. Better tell your ma you got shot in an accident.
Now, here. Jeff, what's the matter?
Let's see. 60 pound of the acre. I figure we'll need about 3 tons of seed.
That'll cost a lot of money.
Well, I get part of it on credit. Nothing wrong with credit.
Just means we'll go deeper into debt.
Well, just have to work our way out of it. Nothing comes easy.
Hi, Tom. Fix yourself some dinner.
Hi, Dan. Look, I noticed you put some new mold boards on that plow. That means we'll be able to start breaking ground tomorrow. Tom, have you seen Kathy? Not since I quit my job.
I went over there last night. She wouldn't see me.
Think I'll have me something to eat.
Look, if we don't get busy, he'll take the place over. Dan and Lloyd are following him around like a couple of pet dogs.
One more week and I can handle a gun.
Oh, Lord, Tom's looking for you.
What's he want?
He brought some hardware from town for the new gig.
Well, I got nothing else to do.
Tom says,
Never mind what Tom says.
why, Jeff, after all he's done for us.
What's he done for us? If the crows don't eat the seed, if we have rain, if we get a hay crop, maybe in 2 or 3 years, we'll be right back where we were.
Sometimes you seem terribly impatient to me. especially since you shot yourself in the arm. You should be more careful of firearms.
If you'll let us have those calves, Mr. Roberts, and take part of the hay crop to pay for them, we'll have a start.
You're going to have those calves, Tom, if you'll answer me one question.
What's that?
Well, when you left me, what made you decide to spend the summer helping out the Morgan?
I haven't done much. I just lent a hand.
Spent all the money you had, gone in debt, worked night and day. Don't you call that much?
Well, I guess I like Miss Morgan's cooking. Look, I'll drop by for those calves first of the week.
All right.
Tom,
Hey, afternoon, Kathy.
how is Dan?
Well, outside of complaining about being too busy to see you, he's fine.
You've been keeping them all busy, haven't you?
Well, we've been working together. One man couldn't do it all.
But one man could hold them together, if he were strong enough.
Now, look here, Kathy, we've...
Strong enough to make them do the right thing or else go to jail. Tom, why did you do it? Was it because you didn't want to see a mother's faith in her boys destroyed?
That might have something to do with it. That and a few other things.
Like?
Why don't you see Dan?
You know perfectly well why.
You're engaged to him. You're going to marry him.
I was going to marry him.
When a man's in trouble, that's no time to desert him. Wait till his troubles are over and then decide. But a word from you, a little kindness might change everything. Dan's not really bad. If he was, you'd have known long ago.
How can you say that after what you know?
Kathy, they're good people. You'll see.
You're trying to prove something to yourself.
Yes, and maybe to you. Look at that sky. No rain, day in, day out. Drought. The air's so dry it crumbles. And the people, they crumble. They lose their faith. They get desperate.
How do you know all these things?
I learned it from my father. He taught me how not to be afraid. Taught me how to wait. Oh, I know it's human to be impatient, to make mistakes. Have a little patience, Kathy. The Morgan boys will come out all right. And you'll have a good life with Dan. You'll see. I don't know whether you know what I'm trying to say.
I think I do.
Well, then can I tell Dan you'll see him?
I don't know.
See, it's a chance we've been waiting for. Instead of plugging it out for another year when we hope this ranch will get on its feet, we grab enough to do everything at once.
He's right. There's only one guard riding shotgun. And $10,000 in the strong box.
Come on, now, let's change our clothes. The horse is behind the barn.
I'm not going, Jeff.
What's the matter? You afraid?
I don't think so. Just that I'm willing to wait, work things out here.
The oats are already coming up in the big field.
I thought you two were as anxious to help as Ward and me.
We are, Jeff. That's why we're working our heads off. But Tom's been fair with us. He kept his mouth shut about the bank job. Besides, I'm just not cut out for a hold-up man.
Don't spoil everything now, Jeff. Holding up the stage will start the sheriff off again. And this time, we might not be so lucky.
If you're scared, stay home.
Where Jeff and Ward headed?
Well, they had some business to attend to.
Sorry. Wanted them to know that Mr. Roberts is going to let us have those calves.
You talked him into it?
For part of the hay crop. Jeff's a good cattleman. This will keep him busy.
I'm going to tell him, Dan.
Well, what's the matter?
Where you been, Tom? We've been waiting for you all afternoon.
I've been riding.
Well, we know Dan and Lloyd told you what we were going to do, but, well, we changed our minds. Maybe you got a little sense at the last minute.
You mean you didn't?
That's what we've been waiting to tell you.
Then you weren't the...
Got the body of that holdup man out of the river, Tom.
Did?
We've been looking for those two for over a year. They had a long record, both of them. This puts you fellas in the clear.
What, sir?
Well, let me put it this way. Judge Landy and I are paid to keep law and order here in Hanlon. For a while, we weren't sure who staged that blundering bank holdup. Well, I think if you come have a talk with the judge, you'll be inclined to be lenient. You're on the right track now. A little probation never hurt anybody.
Time to start washing up, boys. It's supper time. Why, Sheriff, won't you come and join us? There's always room for one more.
Thanks, ma'am.
Look up there, Dan. What do you see? Rain clouds.
Put on your guns, you men of steel. Take off your hats to the memory of the noble deeds that have been done. Of the heroes that have been and of the heroes that will be, there will never be a greater one than Mix, Tom Mix. The others recognized him as the best. His name was Mix, Tom Mix, the champion of all the West. His name was Mix, Tom Mix. The others recognized him as the best. His name was Mix, Tom Mix, the champion of all the West. Tom Mix.
Once in every decade of the entertainment world, there arises a personality so outstanding, so dynamic, that his or her name remains on the lips of America long after they have departed. Such a man was Tom Mix. The Adventures of Tom Mix is not the story of a Hollywood actor. The stories which we have prepared are a compilation of his exciting portrayals on the screen. Stories dealing with his lust for adventure, his desire to help people and to keep law and order, his leadership and prowess in developing the West, his skill as a horseman, and his superior ability to outdraw as a Texas Ranger or as a United States Marshal. Each story, like the first, is written with integrity, about real people, with thrills and heart to please all ages. Here engraved in the forecourt of Grauman's Chinese Theater, the Hall of Fame in Hollywood, along with the other greats, are the names indelibly impressed, Tom Mix and Tony. Tom's footprints are now to be filled by a young actor who will recreate this colorful man for those who remember him. And for those who are too young, they have a never-to-be-forgotten experience in store when they meet William Campbell. Bill Campbell is not, however, new to movie fans, for he has established himself in many starring roles while under contract to Universal International Pictures. He co-starred with Kirk Douglas and Gene Crane in Man Without a Star, also with Richard Widmark in Backlash. His assignment now is to carry on the tradition of Tom Mix, and we expect this will keep him busy for a long time, at least as long as the Tom Mix radio series, which sold sponsors product for more than 8 years, a record we hope to top. And now, meet Bill Campbell.
Thank you, Carlton. It's indeed a happy prospect for me to portray Tom Mix, and I hope to do so until my stubble turns gray. Tom Mix was the hero of 1,000 great stories, packed with hard-hitting excitement and heart, which makes it wonderful entertainment for the entire family. A half-hour program produced by Family Films, one of the most successful producing companies in Hollywood. Family Films, which operates its own studio, has produced over 215 TV shows and is presently producing feature films for 20th Century Fox. So you can see a company with this experience chooses its stars and staff with great, great care. Now it's an actor's dream to play the role of a fabulous character like Tom Mix and to carry on in his footsteps.